Welcome to our exploration of one of America's most significant political events, the presidential inauguration. As we approach January 20th, 2025, when Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, let's dive into the rich history and traditions surrounding this momentous occasion. The inauguration marks the peaceful transfer of power, a cornerstone of American democracy. This tradition dates back to 1789 when George Washington took the first presidential oath of office. Since then, every 4 years, the nation gathers to witness this solemn yet celebratory event. The day begins early in Washington, D.C., with the president-elect attending a morning worship service, a custom started by Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1933. By noon, crowds gather at the west front of the U.S. Capitol, eagerly anticipating the swearing-in ceremony. The vice president-elect is sworn in first, followed by the president-elect at exactly noon. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court typically administers the oath of office to the president. The oath, as prescribed by the Constitution, is brief but powerful. I do solemnly swear, or affirm, that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Following tradition, the new president will likely add, "So help me God," at the end, a custom believed to have been started by George Washington. After taking the oath, the new president delivers the inaugural address, a speech that often sets the tone for their presidency and addresses the nation's challenges and aspirations. These speeches have given us some of the most memorable quotes in American history, from Franklin D. Roosevelt's "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself," to John F. Kennedy's, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Following the address, the new president and vice president participate in a pass-in-review of military troops on the east front steps of the Capitol. This ceremonial military tradition reflects the peaceful transfer of power to a new commander-in-chief. The inaugural parade is next, a lively procession down Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House. The parade showcases America's diversity, featuring marching bands, floats, and citizens groups from across the nation. The new president and vice president, along with their families, watch the parade from a reviewing stand in front of the White House. The day concludes with inaugural balls, glamorous celebrations attended by the new president and vice president. These events have evolved from the single ball held for James Madison in 1809 to multiple balls across Washington, D.C. It's worth noting that the inauguration has seen changes over time. The date moved from March 4th to January 20th, with the passage of the 20th Amendment in 1933, shortening the transition period between administrations. The location has also varied, with most ceremonies taking place at the Capitol, but some, like Franklin D. Roosevelt's fourth inauguration in 1945, held at the White House due to wartime constraints. As we look forward to the inauguration of Donald Trump as the 47th president, we're reminded of the enduring strength of American democracy. This ceremony, with its blend of solemnity and celebration, not only marks the beginning of a new administration, but also reaffirms the principles upon which our nation was founded. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history and traditions of the U.S. presidential inauguration. As we witness this historic event in 2025, we're part of a legacy that stretches back to the very foundations of our republic. Until next time, stay curious about our nation's history and engaged in its future.